Court is in session. Did you know 3 lies are told by adults every 10 minutes? Time to suss out them liars.
Court is in session. It is Judge Glenda back. Today, we are doing creepy TikToks. We are doing some Mandela Effect stuff. And we are doing just some crazy conspiracy theories. So, a little more lighthearted today. Let's just jump right into it. If you haven't liked, shared, or subscribed this channel yet, what are you doing? My guinea pigs need to eat, okay? Without you feeding them, they will die. All right, let's go.
I passed away in the river.
By yourself?
With you.
Oh, with me?
Yes.
I was with you?
I want to pass away again.
You are?
I want to again.
You want to again?
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't want to be here.
You don't want to be here?
No. I will come back soon.
You will come back soon?
I will come back here soon.
Where's my grandma? Where is she?
Up in heaven. What did she do to make her go up in heaven?
She was just very old.
Did you grandma almost couldn't walk?
She was old. She could walk, but she was old.
Mommy, your grandma's here. And she says, hi, Jamila.
What?
Your grandma's here. And she says, hi, Jamila.
Her mommy explained there was no way she could know this name because she was called Jamala 30 years ago by her grandmother while growing up and never told it to
I wish
her.
I could be a pirate again.
When were you a pirate?
I was a long time ago when you weren't alive, and then I shrunk into a little kid.
Okay, so I'm a Christian, so I don't believe in reincarnation. However, I don't know, that kid made me shiver. Could that just be like some evil force doing that? Sure. I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm lost. The girl is creepy. The one who knows her mom's nickname from when she was young. Those videos are creepy. Ugh, my spine is doing weird things. It doesn't like it. Not at all. But here's another scary one.
Now this next video comes from a mother known as Stephanie Johnson, who was doing a live stream with one of her kids when something happened that forced her to end the live feed at once. The incident had completely taken Stephanie by surprise, but not as much as her daughter, who was terribly shaken up by what happened. The two had been doing a live stream inside their house when no one else was home. It was just Stephanie and her child alone at home, letting viewers know that they'll be taking a 5-minute break from the live stream when this is captured.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. We're gonna be back in 5 minutes.
I'm not scared.
What are you scared of?
I'm scared.
All right, before you go, say Happy New Year.
I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
I'm scared.
Of what?
I'm scared.
I'm scared too. Of my own life.
My ghost.
There's not a ghost, you psycho. Did you hear that? She said she's afraid of the ghost. Where's the ghost?
Ghost.
Where is it? Where's the ghost? Show mommy. Point to it. You're fine. Where is it? Point. Is it over there? Is it over there? Is it over there? Where is it?
Ghost.
Where's the ghost?
Ghost.
Where? Is it Grandpa?
Yeah.
It's not? What's the matter? Okay, come here. Do you see what I deal with? What happened?
Stephanie immediately ends the live stream to console her daughter, making sure she's okay, because, as it seems, something had terribly spooked her. As soon as Charlie, her daughter, said that a ghost was there, Stephanie assumed it was her grandfather's spirit. Perhaps she said this to lighten up the situation, But strangely, Charlie quickly said no and proceeded to have an outburst. If it wasn't her supposed grandpa's ghost, then what was it? While some believe that something was present, others write that the video had simply spooked them. It's all in Charlie's reaction. There had to be something quite upsetting to elicit such a sudden response, but it's never made certain. Neither Stephanie nor others in her family who've seen this clip could figure out what it was that had made Charlie so frightened.
No.
But let me know your thoughts on this one. Just what had
If you're somebody that doesn't believe that ghosts and spirits are real, then I can't help you. They are not your dead loved ones, though. That is creepy. That child, oh, that guttural sound. That child saw something. It's so creepy. It's so creepy. I'm gonna try to stop talking. Let's go to the next one. Ooh, Mandela Effect.
Alright guys, so this is probably the 4th time I'm making this video because TikTok keeps on taking my stuff down. So stay tuned on what I'm about to show you. I'm gonna go into my safe here and show you a couple Mandela effects that I'm now gonna come out and show them to the world. So look at what I got here.
Maddie's got his Mandela effects in a safe.
Hold on.
He's really hoping nobody finds him.
So I got the Berenstain Bears.
Which it 100% is.
Berenstain Bears.
No, it's not Berenstain.
Berenstain.
Never was.
It's an actual book.
Anybody that's
I
coming out
also
with one
have
that
the
says Berenstain is lying.
VHS.
Also, remember that movie. I owned it. I don't have it now.
And last but not least, it's
The
pink,
Fruit of the
by the
Loom.
way. It's not what you guys are all talking shit before.
It had a cornucopia, guys.
Hold on, let me
It's the end
find
of
the
the
tag on
story.
these.
I don't know what to tell you. These things are
You guys can
psyops.
see the cornucopia. See the cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom tag. So Fruit of the Loom denies ever having a cornucopia on their sweatpants. Yeah, so Fruit of the Loom denies ever having a cornucopia on their sweatpants. The Berenstain Bears are saying it's always been the Berenstain Bears. And there's also saying that the Shazam video never existed. I also have a old jar of Jiffy peanut butter that they're saying it's always been Jif, not Jiffy. I'm proving all the Mandela effects wrong, right?
I'm not sure about.
However you want to take it. I'm proving the Mandela theory.
I know Jif is a peanut butter.
So,
I know Jif has always been.
If you see this video, share it,
Where
like,
Jif
follow,
and
comment.
Jiffy
Let me
were
know how you were
different.
taught growing up. Because TikTok keeps taking my stuff down. It's not a conspiracy, guys. It's real life shit. So just keep sharing this video. Share the video. Get it out there to as many people as you can. I had about 100,000 followers before my account was banned before. So let's get the video out there and prove it to the world. Later.
All right, someone explain this to me. You see these two rainbows here, all right, which are coming from the reflection of this corner and this corner of the glass. Just like this one is here as well, coming from that corner, as well as this one coming from that corner. So when we see a rainbow outside in the sky, shaped like this, where is that coming from? The only explanation would be if we were to have some form of rounded glass structure above us. If you've never heard of the firmament, look up the firmament.
All right, so I'm actually going to pause this one so I can actually talk. So I'm not a flat earther. I'm not sure if the earth's flat or round. I don't know. And I don't care either. Doesn't change the way I live my life. Just like I'm not sure we've ever been to the moon. humans have ever been to the moon. Let me rephrase that. I'm not sure humans have ever been to the moon because I'm not sure we can get out of the firmament. Now, I don't know where the firmament is. I do think that there is a circular firmament that is keeping either Earth, like it's surrounding Earth. It could be surrounding the moon and the sun and other planets. I don't know how big this firmament is, but it's clear there is one because yes, rainbows do curve. So it is very clear that there is some kind of firmament. I don't know where exactly it's at. Again, I don't care because I don't care about space. It's not something I'm not going to die on that hill. I will die on some of these Mandela effects hills, but I'm not going to die on that one. Just like I'm not going to die on the hill that we've never been to the moon. I think it's very possible that we never went when we said we went. Even if we have been there since, we did not go when we said we went. But again, it's not something I'm ever going to fight over because I really don't care. Do I live in outer space or on the moon? No, I don't care. I live in Earth, on Earth. Wow, I'm stupid today. All right, next one. So Mandela.
I have a theory that the Mandela effect is used to see how much of history can be altered in front of our eyes. Here's a prime example of one of that. There's this woman on TikTok who is going crazy because she swore the Fruit of the Loom had a cornucopia logo. And to the point that even Fruit of the Loom themselves put a timeline of all their logos and it never had a cornucopia. And this woman went hard. A therapist told her, yo, you need to chill out. You need to just drop this. So she went through all of her old clothing and lo and behold, she found a shirt with the Fruit of the Loom with the cornucopia logo on it. That shows me like, yo, I think the Mandela effect is an operation that's running around right now to see how much of history can be altered right in front of our eyes without us noticing. And then they gaslight the public and be like, nope, this never happened. Damn, I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, bro. People are thinking about it very little. Like, oh, it's the Berenstain Bears or the Berenstein Bears or Jiffy or Jif's peanut butter. No, it's much larger than that, guys. They're using this to see, oh, if we can get people to forget certain primary things about their childhood, what can we do with history? I have a theory that
You look like you're in a studio, maybe in Omaha, Nebraska or something. The shot is so clear. Is this a hoax? Are you really in space still?
See the hair? Her hair is clearly not moving and swaying like
Oh
it
yeah,
should.
we see your hair, and we can totally see the hairspray that is quite obviously in your hair. But that's not even the worst part of this video.
I agree.
Keep your eyes right here.
Uh-oh.
He obviously pulls on something, a wire harness, something.
Uh-oh.
And then there's this guy who's handling something invisible and then putting it on the shelf where it's obviously supposed to go. And then there's this guy who's just casually
Do you
floating
see the
back and
actual
forth,
line?
just to
He's
show
literally
we're
in a
space,
harness.
in case you forgot. And then we have this guy here. It's the incredible disappearing astronaut.
Oh,
What just happened there?
this is why I don't think we've ever read this.
Now, this astronaut is looking like he's trying to demonstrate something.
I love
so
this
he goes
one.
to pull out a screw
And it falls.
and drops it.
God.
And here we have Tom Cruise in the first Mission Impossible movie wearing a harness. Oh, no, it's just an astronaut wearing a harness.
Nice.
Check this one out. This dude totally gets his leg stuck. Like right there. Here, I had to show it again. Look at that. Now, we all know that they do actually train astronauts underwater to mimic what it's like to be in outer space. But in this next footage here, it's supposed to be a spacewalk when you can clearly see in the reflection what looks to be a scuba diver taking the video.
Unfortunate.
You look like you're in a studio, maybe in Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay, here's another conspiracy theory. You've seen all the grainy footage of nuclear test blasts that you've seen with the mushroom clouds, and there are always these grainy things, and there's all these like little houses lined up and little trees lined up, and it blows everything down. Yeah. Okay, so here's the question, right? So what happened? Okay, so this is great. Okay, you'll love this. So what happened to the camera?
You son of a bitch.
How is that happening yet the camera is like totally stable and fine?
Oh my god!
And by the way, and the film is fine. The radiation didn't cause any damage to the film.
Oh my god!
By the way, okay, we'll do this one. We'll do the loop one more time here. Let's see the car.
The car's right behind the house.
Wait. We're gonna finish that. I need you to go back to a time when there were disposable cameras, like when we actually used film, not just disposable cameras, but when we used film. What happened if you accidentally popped the back and the UV light hit the film? The entire roll was destroyed. You ruined the entire roll. That's why you had to keep, once you took your last picture, that's why you had to wind so that it put all of the roll into the protective cover. And it's a UV blocker. This dude is a genius. Why has nobody thought about that? Those cameras they were using back then used film. Even if you had it on a stationary pole and there was a way you could make it stand. Why is the film not ruined? You don't think the nuclear radiation would ruin that film? Oh, let's watch the rest of this. So I bet you there's some more good stuff in here. I don't know. Let's find out.
Just showed up.
Oh, it
Okay,
just showed up.
so wait a minute. First
It
of all,
wasn't there.
First of all, where'd the car
No
come
car.
from?
No car.
Second, does it really look like
Car.
Does that look like a real car?
That's insane.
Is that a house or is that like is that
A model.
12-inch scale model?
What?
Right.
That does look fake.
Because also the camera didn't move at all either.
You know what it looks like? It looks like the smoke is too big. Watch when it hits. Like the
Wait.
the size.
How did
of
the
it
camera
looks
survive
small.
inside?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it looks
These
like
ones
we're
could
looking at
be.
something that's like a few inches tall.
If you watch like
These
making of
ones
Star
could
Wars,
be
any of the,
zoomed
any
out.
movies before CGI, whenever they do anything like
Or
that,
zoomed
it's always
in.
with these tiny models.
Yes. Yeah, this looks fake as shit.
Let's get another one.
What about the ones inside a
Camera's
house?
fine.
Like this.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it is a good.
That camera would be gone.
Okay, here's.
I'm the most feared man in Hollywood. They don't like me in Hollywood. Why do they not like you? I don't wear dresses. I don't do that gay stuff on TV. They have to get some other black person to do that stuff. I'm talking, that's gun. But they all confess they love the Lord. But you cannot compromise yourself if you love the Lord. So I play tough guys, but young kids want to be soldiers. Young kids don't want to follow a guy to wear a dress. You know what I'm talking about. I'm the most feared man in Hollywood. They don't like me in Hollywood. Why?
He's speaking truth. Look at how many, I hate to say this. Look how many men, specifically black, have been, their humiliation ritual was wearing a dress. And I'm going to tell you why. That specifically is a humiliation ritual, more so for black men than white men. And I realize I'm not black. So a black person could tell you this, and it would make more sense. But I know the answer. I just am going to say it in a way that's a little, yeah, you'll get that. White men have a machismo about them, but it is not nearly as strong. Like white men can be molded to be less machismo, which is why you see all these like beta white guys running around. Taking away the machismo from a Hispanic or a Middle Eastern or a black man is very hard. They are raised to know you are the man. You get things done. Your wife submits to you. Your girl submits to you. You go out and make the money and you treat her like a queen. That is the way black men specifically are raised. Now, Hispanics and I would say Indian, it's not so much of the treat them out like a queen part. And especially when you're talking Middle Eastern, that's even more diluted because they don't think women are, they think they're kind of like second class citizens. Many countries. Not every person, don't call the race police on me, the culture, but black culture is very interesting in that, and I'm saying this because I actually very much appreciate this part of it. They are raised a certain way that the women are subservient when it comes to them having to listen to something that the man is saying. The man always takes care of that. Now that happens when they're raised in good families. If you're raised, sometimes when you're raised by only one parent, that's not going to translate. That's unfortunate. But I don't know, just the way they are is different. And so if you try to ask a Black man to put on a dress for some kind of humiliation ritual, it's going to hit different, and it's going to mean more when you get them to do it. I'll just say that. Because it takes away more. It's not just the embarrassment. It's a collective embarrassment, because every other Black man that sees them is going to go, "Why did you do that?" Like, it's not the same as it is with a white person doing it. I actually do have another video on the Black culture that I'm going to save for last, because I got some stuff to say on it. But so let's do this last one real quick.
With conspiracy theories, my favourite one of them all is the pig. Between 7,000 and 9,000 years ago, the domesticated pig suddenly appears. Apparently, it was sort of developed from the boar, but it's too human. Also, pigs get sunburn. Their eyes are considered to be human-like. They're noted for being incredibly intelligent. And there are indigenous tribes out there that are cannibals that actually refer to Caucasian people as the long pig because we taste the same. Now, in the Bible, there are stories about souls that have been cast away actually being turned into pigs or coming back. There are religions and cultures out there that refuse to eat them. That is because they're considered to be a dirty animal. I believe that the reason that they won't eat pigs is because they believe that to be a form of cannibalism. So my kind of theory in a nutshell is, what are we eating there? Are we eating something that is a hybrid between us? Are we eating something that is a lost soul? But all I know is there are millions of people out there that won't eat it. And I don't think we're being told the truth about why that really is. So that's in a nutshell, that particular chapter.
Yeah, there are full cultures, religions. The Old Testament Bible actually talks about not eating pork. There might be some truth to that. Like, that might be something that if you're really resonating with that, you might want to do some more research about that, because that could be very, 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 very true. All right, now it's time to do the video that is either going to get me in a lot of trouble or a lot of trouble. But stick with me. There's a point to this.
I just seen a video of a woman saying, what if slavery was a part of one big 400+ year contract, and that the Africans and slaves were literally just the sacrifices that they needed, that the founding fathers basically went to a deity and they needed Black Africans to basically be the sacrifice. And I have never been more intrigued in something. Nothing has made more sense to me than that video. And I most definitely will be tagging this creator below because she is amazing. But yeah, she said she feels like slavery was a part of this contract. Like I said, 400+ year contract. And if you think about it, it just makes so much sense. And it was almost in a way like they were harvesting our energy. They needed our blood. They needed our fear to fuel them and make them be on top. And then I seen a lot of people go into details about how, like, they always want to call Haiti so evil, demonic, because they do voodoo and practice all these different dark magic. But that's because Haiti was the only place that actually still had their freedom, and they used their magic, their spirituality to win. Like, these people were literally using their magic and their spirituality to win. These French people was basically like melting. They were having these people teeth fall out. It was crazy. They were bringing them back up and making them shoot each other. Like, it was crazy, but that's why they try to demonize Haiti so bad, because they use their magic. But all along, they've been using magic. And it just gets deeper and deeper if you really do think about it. I seen someone in the comments mention how Oscarville, which was where Lake Lanier was, it used to be a Black, predominantly Black, thriving community that had racetracks, everything. Everybody was business owners. And what do? They go over there and make it into a lake. And it's like now the veil is so thin now because that contract is up and they're trying to do everything to take us back to where they were so they can still dominate. And it's like, look at the people that they took on the transatlantic slave trade. The people that was more in touch with their ancestors, their spirituality. They took us, like even the Native Americans, if you think about it like that. Then I seen another video of a woman that did a take on this as well. And she was like, just think of the rise of how America came up so fast, even though there was other nations that been here long, long before America that literally was nowhere near at how fast America grew. All because of this contract that actually was successful, but not for long. But it just makes so much sense why the US was just ahead of everything. Like they've been in cahoots with so many more higher ups forever, all for power. But like I said, I'm going to tag this creator down below because that was so, like, nothing never made so much sense to me in my life. This is all fun theories and just thoughts. This is not something literal, but it's just a fruit for thought because I never thought about it like that. But it makes so much sense. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
All right. It's time for my hot take on this. Set aside the Haitian voodoo. I don't really care about that portion of it. If you listen to what this girl said, one of the things that made me think, what if right now we've got, if you're Christian especially, you've got all this, we're looking at Israel, things to happen, is this end times, is it not, Jewish people, stuff. Okay. I am not being anti-Semitic. Okay. Listen to me. But I want you to think of it, of the Hebrew Israelites. Okay. That group. I don't agree with everything they say. And the reason I don't agree with everything they say is because they follow the Old Testament law. So, like, they're very, very specific on if you are not Hebrew Israelite, you're going to go to hell, you're unworthy, you're lower than, you're less. Very similar to what Jewish people think of Gentiles now, that you're less than, lower than. Now, when the new covenant was made for the New Testament, Jesus erased all of those covenantal stipulations that were put in place for Abraham's people to keep them separate. All those were taken away. And in its place, Jesus was provided as a sacrifice that covered blood over every people, every nation, every tongue, every color, every gender, whatever. So that's where I don't agree with them. However, one thing I do agree with is the following. Look at Israel. Look at the Israelis that live there. Look at all the other countries around. Israel's right next to Africa, okay? So you need to remember that. It's literally right next to Egypt. So Iran, Iraq, those are above. What color are people in Egypt? Generally, they're black. What color are the people in Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, India? All those places around there. They're a dark tan, they're a dark olive color, right? So tell me how all of the people who are claiming to be original Jews are all white that are in Israel. How is that? Now, I'm not saying they're not real Jews, because you absolutely can religiously become Jewish and follow that religion. Okay, so I'm not saying that they are illegitimate Jews. I'm not saying that they are not the Jewish people. Not at all. But what I'm saying is, are they the original Jews? There's no way. Because I don't think that the original people, we're talking about biology and like genetics. The original people here were given everything that they needed. So let's go Adam and Eve. They were given everything they needed to survive this planet as it was. So that means they probably would have been browner. As they moved away from the equator, because that's where Israel is, very close to the equator, as they moved farther and farther away into like cooler climates, the melanin content was not needed. Because even a white person, we have melanin. We just don't have high concentrations. If you have no melanin, you're albino. I'm not albino. So I have some melanin. But as people moved farther and farther away, I'm German, for instance, and my lineage is German and Great Britain, and then I actually do have a little bit of I have like a 16th of Indian in me, from Tennessee. Anyway, that's just the point. This is the lineage thing. So my family did not need, our genetics did not need to have as much melanin content. We weren't on the equator. So Hebrew Israelites, I think, have it right that they probably are the original Jewish people. And I'll tell you why I also think that. Jews have had their fair share of trials, but so has everybody. Everybody has. India has, Scottish have, like everybody, white, black, brown, yellow, on the red, on the offense of being racist with coloring. Everybody has had their issues. But I would venture to say Black people have probably had a little more. They live in complete poverty, usually in Africa as it stands. They were part of the transatlantic slave trade. Anybody that was Black was murdered during the Holocaust. I mean, I'm just saying, what if? So this is just a what if for if you're Christian. What if the Jews that and the Israel that we should be fighting for today is not, or the Jews we should be fighting for today are not the ones that are there right now. Because they've proven themselves to be the government. That is what I'm saying, not the people. The government have proven themselves to be quite gross lately. And I am, like I said, I am a Christian. I believe that the Jewish people were a chosen people. Just I'm not sure it's who we think it is. Hot take. So if you are a Hebrew Israelite and you can like enlighten me a little bit more on why anybody that's not Black is still like considered like swine, kind of like modern day Jewish people believe Gentiles to be. I'm just interested. I'm interested to know because I'm just interested. Anyway, so that was my hot take on that. So this was today's video. A little less serious than yesterday's, but maybe a little bit of fun, a little bit of creepiness. I'm going to get going actually on another video, which is why you're going to see me in the same clothes for several days in a row, because I am trying to get ahead of these videos. So don't come at me for the fact that I still have my chubby unicorn shirt on after 3 days, okay? People do make more than one video in a day and don't feel like changing their shirt every single time. So be nice. I love you. And I will see you tomorrow.